Oh, cheers, Paul. Oh, it is the transfer window, the deadline day. Transfer is coming off. Um, it's interesting to see what's gonna happen today because nobody knows who's gonna go in. There's already rumors. Well, there's already more or less everything is done and dusted regarding to Dele Alli going to, leaving Tottenham. I think he needed to leave Tottenham. At least he was the right moment for him to move away from the football club. Sorry, look a bit. I wear my golf case as you can see. The one that's a bit surprising to me, I don't see why Aubameyang has to go all the way in Barcelona to force the move. We've seen this before. We've seen this type of exchange before where players, put themselves in a position where they want to move away from the football club, which is understandable. You understand, but it's how you get about doing it. That's where you find it I find it very difficult to get my head around it. I'm interested to see the amount of work Newcastle get it done from now on to midnight. They've been very proactive in the market, which you understand they should be because there's a lot to lose here, but the club want to stabilize themselves, get themselves back up in the Premier League, make sure they stay up this season. And then from there, to the addition of Matty Cash coming up on the weekend, with the next 2 weeks now, from now on to 2 weeks, Newcastle back four will be different. And God knows what's going to happen if they try to get Dele Alli or if they can try to get Jesse. They definitely need a midfield player. Obviously, you got Trippier who's going to play right back. You got Matt Cash who's going to play left back. You've got a two centre half, which I think there's still question around there, but it's debatable. They can do it. The midfield player is still the question. The questions about them is, can they score a goal? Can they keep a clean sheet? That's always been the question in Newcastle, So if they can really much stabilize that part of the game, stabilize the team, and make sure that everybody's doing the right job, that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see from Newcastle United because they are a club that are so rich in so many areas and that they deserve this opportunity. They deserve this chance to play in the Premier League. They deserve to more or less stay up, And if they stay up, it's a great achievement. If they stay up, it's a great achievement. But can they do it? And also, the owner of the football club, they've invest a lot amount of money into the football club and they want to see some type of return. It will be interesting to see the first game where very much a mixed team, the last team that they had to the team that they're going to have this time. It also is good to see Burnley be very proactive in the transfer market because they went out to buy a centre forward, huge Heghorst. Yeah, but I'm sure I said his name right or wrong, but apology for that. I would say it's a typical Burnley type of player, but the guy is tall, so they're gonna have to play to his strength. Chris Wood left Burnley to go to Newcastle. Again, they can have to play to his strength, which is a tall, long ball. You're able to control the pace of the ball and play to the strength of the team, and hopefully you can help the team to go forward. But as I said, it's interesting to see how active club will be from now on to midnight. Because as I say, it only takes one transfer window that everybody will follow through. The other one, I think everybody, and I spoke about this before, and I'm happy that it happened, and I hope that stay fit, stay healthy. The Christian Eriksen one, Eriksen look like he's gonna move to Brentford. You hope he stays safe, he plays as many games as possible, but the number one concern for me has always been his health and safety. That seemed like a lot of things been gone over in regarding to the situation, and hopefully, as I said before, hopefully he will be able to stay injury free and play so many games. Dele Alli, as we mentioned already, is gone to there's a chance that he'll be moving to Everton. With Dele Alli, I always felt like he's a footballer that haven't really fulfilled his potential. He's a footballer that you feel like there's a lot in him that we wish we saw it. You know, and Dele Alli, his move to Everton would be interesting to see how we cope to play under a different manager. You know, obviously the likes of Jose, Poch, Nuno, now Mancini. Nuno struggled to get the best out of him. Jose struggled to get the best out of him. Mancini clearly struggled to get the best out of him. So it's almost like you either move away from the football club and rebuild yourself and then see where it takes you. But at this present moment, I just feel like his move away from Tottenham could probably be his great opportunity to get himself back in the England team, to get himself get going again, because to play in the Everton team where they lack of confidence, they lack goals. Hopefully Lampard can get the best out of him. Hopefully Lampard can inject some type of resurrection in regarding to Dele Alli, because we're used to seeing Dele Alli being very proactive, getting in the box, scoring goals, but we've not seen that. We've not seen that at all. And this, for me, I think it's a great chance for him to get back out there. So I need to get a trim because I look very rough right now. And I think this is a great chance for him to get back up there. Great chance to play in the team. And also to be involved, because he's falling down in a pecking order from the England setup to the club setup to now even getting on loan, because 3-4 years ago you affiliate Dele Alli as one of the best attacking players in the country. So for me, I think it's a great opportunity for him. And there's a story out there, Sky runs a few times already today, that Jesse have told Man United he wants to leave. Hey, CJ, how you doing, my friend? Thank you for coming through, my friend. Jesse's made it very clear that he wants to move away from Man United. You can't dispute that. You can't dispute that. Jesse's been a loyal servant to United, come through the ranking, come through the academy, and opportunity for him to move away from the club. It would be very silly of him not to take it. It would be very silly, and he's not involved right now. He's not in the starting 11. He's not the main guy to go to. So for me, it's not brainer. You either sell him, you get some money for him, or you risk losing him for free. And that the only reason I can see why Man United is, as they are holding off this deal, either they haven't found a replacement, but also they haven't found a replacement, and also the situation with Mason has even made it more difficult for Jesse to move away from the club, because there is no Marshall. Dele Alli second striker. Listen, PTJ, I completely understand. It will be interesting to see the way Frank will set up his team. Frank is a good coach. He's more of an offensive type of coach. It's looking more likely it's gonna come to. I'm just getting my eyes to Sky. It's looking more likely it's gonna go to Everton. So it will be exciting to see how Frank is gonna try to keep the whole of this team happy, because we know that Frank, if you're in an environment, you know that Frank doesn't really like confrontation. So you've got the likes of Sigurdsson to keep happy, Richarlison, Kevin Lewis. You've got the likes of the forward players. That there will need to be some tweaking in terms of how Frank will be able to assemble that team, and also how he's gonna find the balance. Because if you don't find the balance, it'll be very difficult to keep those guys happy. And as I said, you've got Alex Iwobi in there, Sigurdsson, as I mentioned earlier. There's a way where either Everton let go of a couple of guys before the transfer window closed, because you've already bringing two offensive-minded players. So you need to find some type of stability and also stop conceding goal. I think Everton as a club, they should never hire Rafa in the first place. I think that was a huge mistake. Does Frank Lampard deserve the job? For me, I think it's too early for Frank. Frank could have still take a time off and watch the game from distance. And I always felt like Duncan Ferguson shouldn't be given a chance because he has never ever been given that chance to run the club. He always been given 6 or 7 games to the end of the season. And Frank has got it right now. You got to wish Frank all the best. You want to hope that Frankie will do a job. But it'll be interesting to see how Frank will be able to assemble his team and how he's going to, the formation that he will play, how they will cope with playing in such a, playing for such a club, The other one that I find it fascinating that we've seen before this type of move where a player is going to force a move. So his first instinct is, I'm going to get closer to that football club in terms of city. So if I play in Manchester, if I want to move to a club in London, I'm going to be in London all day that day. So if everything's been given a go-ahead, I'm just going to go get a medical. And this situation, we're seeing Aubameyang, who clearly want to move to Barcelona. So he's flew himself to Barcelona without even the club having some type of I think they've had a dialogue, but not in the sense where, okay, we're ready for Aubameyang. So he himself made himself available right there in Barcelona. And I think if I was an Arsenal fan or if an Arsenal player, that's just a level of disrespect in the sense that why does he need to do that? Why does he need to move? Why does he need to make that move? What does that say about the club? He didn't have to do that. We see those type of thing where I remember, I think West Brom players, he went from drive himself to QPR training ground, hoping that everything come through. I can't remember his name again. Hopefully you guys online can enlighten me that one. But it would be interesting to see how things turn out for him. Because if this deal doesn't go through, if this deal does not go through, that will make Aubameyang be hated at Arsenal. Because remember, he's supposed to be the skipper. He's supposed to be the guy who's leading the team forward, So, what you tend to see, PGT, I don't understand the idea of him being in that country before even the deal's been, or the Wingy, that's the one, Peter Odewingie. I think Odewingie fall flat in his face. And I don't know what I don't think the deal went through, and I think you've got the similar thing happening here where Aubameyang trying to do a Peter or the wing where nobody called you but you're already there. So it's very much an interesting situation to see. Man City, clearly they're very happy with the squad. You always tend to see the team like City, Chelsea or Liverpool. The team only buy players in a January transfer window if they're very, very much desperate in terms of numbers, where it's injury here, there's injury there, player suspended, player can't get back in time, so we need an emergency player where we need to get a centre forward or centre back, then we'll be proactive on it. But you rarely get to see that happen in a big team. When I mean big team, I'm talking about Liverpool, I'm talking about Chelsea, and I'm talking about Man City. Is the team, but the team that are more proactive is the team that are trying to get to European football, trying to step in the Premier League, and try to avoid relegation. That's where you see team almost going out of their way to sign players, with a price that in a normal market they're not even available for that price, and you feel like, Are we paying over the odds for this individual? But you can have to pay over the odds because right now you need an individual. You need an individual to be proactive in the team. So it's interesting to see how everything is turned out so far, and how team will play. Guys, you've got the link there on my Discord. Feel free to call in. We can have a conversation about the football club. We can talk about it. It's no problem. We can talk about it. It's not an issue. Feel free. There's a link right there for my Discord. Call in. Let's have a chat. Let's see what you think of the football club. Where they're going. Do we need to add any more? Do they need to add any more players? You know, I think there's team that's been so proactive. Like there's no team in the Premier League that's been so proactive like Newcastle. No team like that right now. Calling guys, let me hear from you. Do your club need to buy new players? Do your club need to invest on brand new players? What do you? Let me hear from you guys. Let me hear from you. Do you see the link to my Discord? Yeah, it seems like there's a huge battle between Newcastle and Newcastle and West Ham trying to get the signature of Jesse. I think it's a no-brainer where you feel like Jesse's his affiliation towards Newcastle is very towards West Ham is very high. I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up at West Ham. Was kind of Aubameyang. Well, Aubameyang decided to travel himself to Barcelona. I don't think the club is aware of it, but Sky have made everybody aware of it that Aubameyang is already in Barcelona. So Barcelona haven't made no move towards the situation, but he's doing the Peter or the Wingy, so he find himself there. Hopefully, the deal's gonna go through. If it goes through, great. That way, Arsenal can move him from the football club because I feel like he wants to go, and he has to be the same player since he signed a new contract. And I said that to one of my stream earlier, about a couple of weeks ago. I said Aubameyang remind me of Adebayor. When they want a contract, they are the best player in the team. Once they get a contract, they are non-existent. They don't try hard as they used to when they never had a contract. They just go through the motion, and that's what you're seeing with Aubameyang, where it's the highest. I believe it's the highest paid player in the club, but it does not play like that, and his performance has been going down the hill. So you can see why he wants to leave the football club. And if Arteta can find a replacement for him, I'm sure they will get rid of him. There's no two ways about it. If they can find somebody that will come in that will do equally similar job as him or better than him, I can't wait to see Eriksen back in the Premier League. CJ, listen, I'm happy for him that it's happening, but also I'm very skeptical about the whole situation because I believe football it's a game where you gotta look at every other angle. And at this present moment, it sounds great. It's a great return, but you gotta be very mindful that the what if happen, what if it happened? Yes, he's got an ICD put in him, but it's one of those things where a lot of thought has gone through it for them to even sign the paperwork to say, you know what, Eric, you are able to play, you're able to be in around the team. So you wish him nothing but all the best, and you hope that everything works out for him. So I'm happy for him. I'm happy, CJ. But I said I'm very much of watching it from distance, because you never know what's gonna happen. You never know. But do you think he will move? Because we've got it's 5 o'clock now. We've got less than 8 hours to get the thing across the line. So I think club will be more proactive come around about 9 o'clock, where everybody's running around. I'm sure there'll be conversation behind the scene of trying to get the deal across the line. But a lot of it will probably be more proactive come later on today. That's what I believe. I think it's the midnight shut off. I think it's midnight. It's midnight. Oh man, what does your club need? If anybody online, what does your club need right now? If you've got we've got about 7 hours, yeah? What does your club need so that you feel like you can compete from now on, come to the end of the season? One individual that will come in that will make a massive difference. One position that you feel like your club lack at the moment. What does your club need in order for you to get it across the line? What does your club need? That's all I want to see. It's an interesting one because different clubs are in a different situation. The top four, they want to push on and keep the gap get bigger. Um, it's an interesting position to be right now. No one I support Liverpool. Liam, um, you definitely want to what you definitely want you want Salah and Mane to come back in healthy from the African Nation Cup. No Premier League related. Bolton signing have got off. Costa, we have it. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to go to the game on Saturday. I'll be there with the Bolton fans, so singing and hopefully I bring them a lot of chances so that they can win the game because I feel like both have been in this position where come end of January they're in a decent position. They can make a good run from now on to probably the end of April. If you're knocking on the door by the end of April, then I feel like you've done ever so well. It's all about the club being consistency, perform to the best ability, win the game that they need to win. You got to win your game. You got to take care of your business, and from there you can, see where it turns out and where thing goes. But it's one of those things where you want Arsenal to do well. You want Bolton to do well, and I'm looking forward to Saturday. Should be a cracking game. Cracking game. Cracking game. Guys, I need to grab a coffee quickly. Sorry guys, I had to get my coffee. Oh, no Premier. Sorry guys, I had to get my coffee. It was a bit shaky up here. Yeah, your club. What does your club need right now? What does your club need from now on? What does your club has to get done to get it across the line for you guys to be happy? Looking forward to it all. Come on, get calling. You've got the link below. You got my Discord link. You got my Discord link. Feel free. Hear from you guys. You got Watford's got a new manager. You've got Watford who has a new manager. You know? There's a number to my Discord. Feel free. United need a defensive midfield player badly. Arsenal bench. Yeah, I think that they haven't fought long and hard regarding to they've let out a lot of players on loan Arsenal, and some of the youngsters have gone out as well. And now like Obama wanting to go out as well. No, why it makes so much sense that Nketa didn't go out because they wouldn't need personnel on that team. You know, but it'll be interesting to see what happened. United the defensive midfield player. You reckon defensive midfield player would be the solution for Man United? Because I feel like Fred has done a good job so far in that position. McTominay have done well. I see the idea of adding another midfield player in the team, but that would be interesting to see how they go on. You know, Liverpool. Yeah, I feel like Liverpool have done the work. They did what they have to do, balance the book. Arsenal bench versus Burnley had six players. See, then that's where the issues start from. You know, I think Fred is a bit more box to box to save. But then when you say you need a traditional number six, all right? Who is a traditional number six right now? Who is a traditional number six right now that you feel like you can get? You feel like you can impose yourself to. You feel like you can make the team going. But who is that number six? Who's that number six available right now? From now on to midnight, United need to be on a phone call finding a perfect number team that will keep the balance of the team intact. You know, here's the number to my Discord. Feel free to hit me off. Let me know what you think. Let me know where your football club is going. Have they made the right decision? Have they let the right individual to go through? Who have they bringing that you've been impressed with? New manager coming through. just keep my eye on Sky, see what's going on there. Man United sent, Man City sent centre forward Julian Alvarez, River Plate. Bernstein and Netherlands international striker. Yeah, we covered that already. It's an interesting couple of days now coming. It's gonna be very, very interesting how a team will perform. I'm intrigued to see how Eddie Howe will assemble his team and let them play the way they will play because it's not gonna be easy. Where's the disco link? Oh, Fulham. There, I send it to you here right now. Uh, what I think of Dele Alli? I think Dele Alli needed to move. I think Dele Alli's been hasn't progressed to the Dele Alli that the idea of Dele Alli that we had. He hasn't kicked on and moved to another level, you know. So it make a perfect sense to for the club to accept the deal and let him go. He's gone to the club. He's gone to a club where they are going through their own problem, their own issue, and he's gonna have to step up in the play and be the answer to it. You know. Obama Young, seriously, what do you think of Dele Alli? It's incredible, incredible. Disco link. I've sent the disco link right there. Rodrigo. Tottenham are definitely bringing in a lot of Italian players, especially Juventus players. You look by the look of it. I can see why they're behind. They're bringing in player from country that you as a manager you know better. You know. What do you want position do Arsenal need to push over top four? Um, One position that I feel like that's a good question. You know, Fulham. I feel like the left side of midfield. I don't think there's more cutting edge in regarding to them going forward. You know, I think more or less because Saka really play on the right hand side who comes in on the left four. But on the left hand side, I see you know Emil Rowe Smith that he comes in but he doesn't he's not as fluent in that position, you know. I feel like his best position is probably behind the striker. So I'll say the left hand side of midfield because you need to have a good balance between the left back and the left wing. Valencia signed Brian Gill on loan. All right, in about 3 minutes, I will be heading off. You definitely yeah, definitely something in the left in the attack. No, don't get me wrong. Listen, defensively, Arteta seemed to kind of know is basic of the team, and the team seems to be moving in the right direction. But offensively, it just feel like the left hand side of midfield, it's always breaking down. That's my opinion. Don't get me wrong. They will beat teams that need to beat, but I think the goal has to become from every part of the pitch. Every part of the pitch. That's what I feel. You know. But it's an interesting moment for Arsenal. For those who are new to my YouTube channel, you're more than welcome. Thank you for coming through. Donny van der Beek, he's gone to. It look like he's coming to Everton. I think Donny has needed this movement for a long time, and it'll be interesting to see how Frank Lampard put him and what position this Frank Lampard played him as well. Wow. All right, guys. All right, guys. This was my first time doing live on YouTube. I'm learning. Excuse me if I'm tired because I've been up and down all day today. And that will be that's me done for today. And I will see you tomorrow if time allows, and I will keep you posted over my platform.